Recognition isn't luck, it's a system. And most Calgary businesses don't have one. They post randomly, chase trends, hope something sticks, and wonder why nobody knows their name.
Hi everyone, today we are going to create another one of divyansh FX 3D videos on After Effects. So let's begin. As you can see, we need to create this scene first. Right click new, solid, and make sure the color is white. So this will be our background. You can rename this to BG and lock this layer. Then this will be the text over here. First we need to bring these assets, so everything will be there in the description, so you will be able to follow along. To make sure this is at the center, we'll head on to align and click this, or align horizontally and align vertically, and then we have to make this line. So simply just select the pen tool, make sure the fill is a solid color and it's green. Click here, click at the center, make a wave like this, and click over here and make a wave like this. Delete the fill and make sure the stroke is enabled. Increase the stroke width. Okay, and then I'll click this and use the handles, and finally bring this layer down and rename this to wavy line, and then I'll write the text recognition on top. You can choose any font for this, make it the same color as this line, hit OK, hit S to make this text a bit bigger, put this over here, and now this one isn't luck. But first I'll make these stars. Select the star tool and make a star over here. Change the points to 4 and play around with the outer and inner radius to make something like this. Then I have to simply hit S and make this smaller. Simply rename this to plus, and hit Ctrl D. Bring one over here, hit S, change the size a bit, and hit Ctrl D again. Put one over here, change the rotation and size a bit. Okay, so we have got these three, and you can write the text over here. It's not very difficult. We need to do this now. So for that, first we need to make the shape. So select the pen tool and make sure the stroke is black and the fill is black too. Now you have to make a bubble shape. So reduce the stroke. Okay, something like this will work. Rename this to speech bubble. What we can do is simply hit Y and drag this anchor point towards the tip of this bubble over here. And now we have got the scene ready. Okay, so to animate this, you can see this is a simple text animation, this is a bounce animation, and the whole scene is zooming out. So first let's do the text. For this, simply open this up, animate, opacity, bring this to 0, open this up, click on the offset, go ahead, again click on the offset, go to the go to the end and make this 100. So you get this simple animation. Select this F9 and bring these a bit closer like this. So we have got this text. Now for this one, bubble text, you can see isn't luck. So let me just write this text. Hit S and bring this over here. Hit R for rotation. And we can select a thinner font for this. hit and choose the fill as white color. Now simply parent link the text to the speech bubble. So if you move the speech bubble, the text will also move and change properties. Now I'll bring in a script which will be also there in the description or the asset folder. So I'll just head on to scripts, bounce CR and bring this over here. And somewhere around here, when this text is about to get completed, I'll just simply select this speech bubble, hit S, click on the scale keyframe, go ahead, again hit scale. Now at the starting keyframe, let's make this 0. Simply select these, select on the scale, keep this as overshoot plus and hit bounce it. Now you'll get this animation. But as you can see, it's bouncing a bit too much. Okay, we don't want this much, so bring this amplitude till here, 16. You'll get something like this. And as you can see, these these plus symbols are rotating. So to do that, we simply have to select all of them, hit R for rotation, make sure the anchor point is at the center, click on the rotation keyframes, go ahead and simply rotate them. Okay, it should be a slow rotation. Select all of them, F9, and drag this towards the left. As you can see, the bottom edges are feathered, so we need to feather this out too. So to do that, simply just select the image and select this shape, rectangle, make a selection over here, hit inverted, open this and increase the feathering. Now I'll select these points and drag this down. So you get something like this. Okay, and you can write the text over here at the bottom, which is here, okay, by yourself. You can also see that the background, okay, is blurred. Let me zoom this in. As you can see, these squares are not visible properly. So we need to do that too. Right click new, bring in an adjustment layer and let's rename this to blur. Head on to effects and presets and search for Gaussian blur, legacy and put it on top of this. Now I'll increase the blur. As you can see, the blur is on the whole screen, but we don't want it on the whole screen. So you just select this layer and bring it below like this. Now I'll bring all the plus below this blur layer. Okay. And now you can see we have got the same thing. So what I'm going to do is basically do a zoom out. First, we need to make everything 3D except the background. Right click new, bring in a camera, hit OK. Then right click new, bring in a null object, make it 3D too, and connect the camera to the null by using parent link. Rename this null to cam control and simply select this, hit P for position, go ahead for 1 second. Again, click the position keyframe. Now go to the start and zoom this in. Select these F9 and drag this. Stretch this out even further. And we'll do another thing, which is select the blur. Click on the blurriness. Go ahead. Again, hit U and click on the blurriness keyframe. Now go to the start and let's make this 0. Select this F9 and do the same. Now I don't want at the starting frame for these assets to be visible. So what I'm going to do is simply select the wavy lines, the plus and the image, and simply cut them for 2 frames. And after this, the whole thing goes down and then this thing comes in. Simply select the cam control, hit U to see the keyframes. Now hit Control D to copy the cam control, hit U again, delete the keyframes, connect cam control to cam control 2, and now simply just hit on the position keyframe, go ahead, 1 second, drag the whole thing up, select this, F9, drag this towards the left, and at the same time we have to bring this in. So bring the PNG, okay, search for tint and bring this on top to get this same color. Also I'll bring brightness and contrast on top of this, reduce the brightness and increase the contrast. So I want to make this darker and this lighter, these two puzzle pieces. Make this 3D2, bring this at the center of this frame. We want these to be separated, so when this comes in at one point, so to separate them we'll be using mask. Simply just select this and create a mask like this and hit Ctrl D and head on to mask and invert the mask. Now simply I have to select both of them, hit P for position, go ahead, again position keyframe and head on to the first keyframe and bring this out to the left and select this, bring this out here. So they will come up like this. Select them, F9, drag this towards the left. And there will be a circle here with the text. It's a system. So first let's write the text. So it is a scale animation of the text. So let's do that. First, I want to select the system text and make it green, dark green. Animate, scale, make this 0. Click on the offset, go ahead and again click on the offset and make this 100. Select this F9, bring this a little bit closer. And now for the circle, which is very simple, select the ellipse tool, make sure stroke is off and fill is set to dark green. Make a circle and make it 3D2. Bring the circle below like this. Rename this to circle and make sure it is behind these hands like this. It's a bit lighter green, so it's visible. Let me make this a bit lighter. Okay, so when this is over here, I'll start the scale. Go ahead. Again, click on scale. We'll also be needing the opacity. So hit Shift T to open opacity parameter and click it over here. And bring another over here. Make this 0. and at the start I'll make this 0 2. Select all of them. First let's select this and make the scale to 0 at the start. Select all of them, F9, and you can simply drag this towards the left. This scene will come in. Again we need to introduce another cam control, so let's bring all these layers to the top. Hit Ctrl D, connect 2 to 3, hit U on this and delete these keyframes. Click on the position keyframe, go ahead, again drag this up. Select this, F9, drag this towards the left. Let's write the text first. For this text animation, you can see it's a simple rise up animation, which is again an easy animation. Head on to animate, opacity, make this 0, go ahead, click on the offset, go ahead and make this 100. Select this, F9, drag this towards the left. So this is a simple animation of opacity. Head on to advanced, make the based on to words. Now add property, select position. This is the X and Y axis. Now we want this to go from down position to up. So bring this down. So you get this animation, but it's too much. So we need to bring it a bit more up. It's a bit late. Bring this further in. Make it 3D and bring this inside. Now again, we'll be adding tint on top of this to give it this look. And as you can see, there is this line which goes up, which is also easy to make. Just use a pen tool. Again, delete the fill, make the stroke dark green. So click here and then here and make a curve like this. Increase the width. Okay. But now you can see it's over this, so I'll just make it 3D first. Bring this here and below this laptop. Rename this to line 2. Name this wavy. But as you can see, it's fatter on both the ends, but in the reference it's fatter on this side and thinner on the opposite end. To make that, open this contents, shape, stroke, and head on to taper and increase the end length to get this. So you have got the same type of shape. And now this text, okay, you can do by yourself. Okay, this is for you to do. Just do the text animation using the position. Okay, and then this is a simple line animation. Now we'll do this. As you can see in the background, some dollar signs are there. Also, you can see there's a grid behind this. So I've brought the grid in, make it 3D. Bring it over here, hit S, make it a bit bigger. And again below this, I'll select the linear color key and put it on this. select the white area. I need to bring this below the line too. Hit T, decrease the opacity. Also, the edges are sharp, so we need to get rid of that too. Again, select this, select the rectangle tool and make a selection. Then simply I have to feather this out. Bring in a text layer, type the $sign, make it 3D. Hit S, make it bigger. Select a bolder font, put this over here. Think it's grayish color, as you can see. Rotate this, put this over here, hit S, make it bigger. Hit T and reduce the opacity so it blends in with the background. I'll copy this and hit R for rotation. Rotate this, put it over here. This one will be going up, so let's animate that. Add trim paths. Open this up, click on the end keyframe, go ahead. Again, click on the end, go to the start and make 0. Select this, F9, drag this towards the left. Let's go ahead with the next part. So it will zoom in. Again, I'll select my camera and all the nulls and bring everything on top. Hit Ctrl D to copy this. Connect 3 to 4. Hit U on this and delete the keyframes. And now simply click on the position keyframe. Hit S, click on the scale keyframe, go ahead and zoom this in. Select F9, select this F9. Now I want it to be faster at the start and slower towards the end. It's too slow, so I'll bring these closer. Somewhere around here, I'll cut this frame. So cut everything or all the assets on this third scene. Alt and right bracket. And somewhere around here, we'll start our next scene. So let's bring in the asset first. This is the photo frame. So search for drop shadow to bring it on top of this. Increase the opacity, distance, and a bit of softness. Okay, you can also use Shadow Studio if you have. So let me show you my Shadow Studio. So as you can see, I have used Shadow Studio over here, and you can see the shadow is much more realistic. Okay, I can change around with the softness and all the, increase a bit of opacity, start like this. Now for this animation, this text you can write yourself. So there is no animation to this text, it's just there. For the animation which is taking place over here, first I need to bring in these images. Select all of them, bring it below this. And now I need to fit this all. Before that, let's make everything 3D. And bring it inside this frame. Search for tint. Bring it on top of this. Copy the tint and paste it on all of them. Now simply select the rounded rectangle tool and make a selection like this. Copy the mask. Paste it on this, and this. So everything is inside. Now we have got this. Next part is, it will just change. So select all of them and hit Alt and left bracket. So when these have been cut, these will start from there. Okay. So it will look something like this. And they post randomly. Now simply bring around a rectangle tool. Make sure the stroke is off and the fill is set to green, something like this. Alt control Alt home to bring anchor point in the center. Let's write they post inside. Make it 3D first. Hit S, make it smaller, make it white. Change this to this font. Hit S. And now simply parent link this to this shape. We name this to green box. To stylize this, you can simply right click, layer styles, inner glow, and increase this size like this to get this whitish feathering around the corners. And then for the text, randomly right click new text again, bring this over here, make this 3D, and change the fill to black. Hit S and make it bigger. For the animation, it will come from the right and this will come from the left. So select this green box and this randomly text, hit P for position on both of them. Go ahead, again position keyframe. Now go to the start, select this green box, bring this outside, select this randomly text and bring this outside. Select both of the keyframes, F9, drag this towards the left. And let's cut these, Alt and left bracket. So you get this smooth cut animation. This will change with this text. So this you can do by yourself. The same animation which we did here is the same over here. So it will come in like this. And these images will change. So go ahead 10 frames, hit Alt and cut this image. Select the second image, cut it from the start, then go ahead 10 frames, cut this image, and do the same. Okay. And then everything shifts to the left with this now. So simply just bring all of these again to the top, Control D, do the same thing which we have been doing, delete the keyframes and then click on the position keyframe, go ahead, drag this towards the left, select this F9, then hope something sticks. Okay, so for this I'll just hit Control D to copy this randomly text and bring this over here, change the text to hope something, hit U, delete these position keyframes, hit S, The animation you can see is a simple fade in. So simply what you can do is this one, select this text, hit U, copy the animator one and paste it on this. Bring these over here, and we need to simply delete the position. Bring this, make it 3D. Below this text, hit S to make this smaller. Bring these PNGs, okay. Hit R for rotation. You can just place him over here. I'm just placing 2, okay. You can do more if you want. And there is also a background circle. So again, select the ellipse tool, make sure it's a bit grayish, make a circle, put it behind this person. Just make it 3D. Again, we have to do the same thing. Select this image, rectangle tool, make a selection, invert, feather this out, and bring these lines a bit down. And as you can see, these are bouncing. So again, you have to use the same thing. The bounce CR script, first select the anchor points and bring it below. Select the anchor point and bring it below over here. Now again, select both of this, S, scale, go ahead, again scale keyframes, go to the first keyframe, make this both 0, select them and hit bounce it. So you get this bounce animation, and again this text is here. Wait, so we can just copy these two, okay, copy it and simply paste it again, but we need it over here. So delete the keyframes of position and bring it over here, and I'll write the text sticks, and again select the screen box, hit U on this, copy the scale parameters, select the screen box, paste it. Now hit U again, select these and hit bounce it. The last keyframe is too small, so let me increase this. I have completed 5 to 6 scenes of this animation. Let me show you how it is looking. So if you want me to continue the rest of the animation in the next video, help shower this video with your love by liking and subscribing this video. Till then, I'll see you in the next one.